Bitch, what it do, you guys? It's your boy Alterum here, back in the building with another sick and lit edition of Wrestleshade, bitch. And tonight we are talking FX's new hit American drama series, Pose, Season 1, Episode 7, bitch. Pink slip, bitch. What usually happens when you get a pink slip? Thank you, bitch. This episode was a lot of tea. This episode, for me, pretty much was centered around Poppy. This episode was pretty much centered around Electra and the house and her kids, bitch. And also, bitch, just the overall struggle of the everyday underground ballroom scene, bitch. Can we say wow? Like, bitch, I'm probably gonna be asking you guys a lot of questions and wanting to get you guys' feedback in the comment section below as I try to do this little recap of tonight's episode of Pose. Bitch, I honestly don't even know where to start. I really don't even know where to start. So I'm just gonna start like the episode starts off, bitch. You got everybody in the Evangelista household, bitch, getting ready, getting their morning started, getting ready to leave in the morning. You got Damon, getting ready to leave. You got Blanca in the kitchen, and you also have Poppy getting ready to go out and make his morning sales. But honestly, he is in a rush, or either he's trying to be very sneaky about something, and bitch, he leaves his pager, bitch, okay, right there on the kitchen counter, bitch. And he comes back to the house. He comes back in the kitchen to try to find it. He looks all over, but bitch, couldn't find it fast enough. Couldn't get to it fast enough, bitch. Blanca actually gets to the pager before he does. And honestly, when he comes back in the house, she's sitting down in the front room like, bitch, she already knows what he's looking for. And she pretty much is calling him out like, bitch, okay, what's up? I already got what you're looking for. You looking for this pager? What's this pager for? I already told you what I didn't want in my household. If you're selling drugs, you gotta get out of here. Are you doing drugs? Are you selling drugs? And so he's telling her, it's not as easy for him, having only a 8th grade education, being on the street, really having nowhere to live, really not having a family. So he's trying to plead with her. And he also throws the comment in there, how is it, any worse than Angel selling her ass? And she goes to defend the girl, saying, that the trans and, people of that community have to do what they have to do to make money. How do you guys feel about that when it comes to that type of thing, when it comes to, trans, post-op, pre-op, whether it's trans men, trans women, straight men, straight women? They're definitely, in that lifestyle when it comes to, sexual acts for money. How do you guys feel about it? Is it wrong across the board, or do you feel like Blanca when it comes to, a lot of trans women, femme queens, trying to get a job in regular society and being denied of positions, so they have to go to things like street work or working in a sex shop or things like that? How do you guys feel about that? Is it okay in certain circumstances, or is it wrong all across the board, bitch? But yes, Poppy throws that out there, and Blanca tells him, it's different for femme queens and transgender people. And so she's like, pretty much, get out, you gotta go. Ow! Action, Jackson. This next scene honestly has to be like one of my favorite scenes out of the series so far, and it's only because this white man snaps on Electra, bitch, when he absolutely snaps when they're about to mess around, and he feels down there and he's not feeling no pee-pee between those legs, bitch. He loses it. And he flat out told Electra, I like my women with something a little special down there. And he was pretty much telling her, no, don't get this surgery. That is the whole premise of this relationship, our agreement. You have what you have, I have what I have. This is our mutual agreement. And Electra, she defies him, and she goes ahead and gets the surgery done anyway. Ladies, don't defy your man, no matter what he tells you. Hashtag tucking days are over, bitch. He snaps. Electra, she broke the rules. Do you think it was fair for him to do what he did when he completely snatched everything from her? It's very ironic. In this episode, you kind of see Angel and Electra go through the same thing, but on different spectrums. different sides of the coin, so to speak. Electra kind of got everything snatched away from her because, you know, her man kind of, you know, well, yeah, Electra got everything snatched away from her because she defied the rules of the relationship, and Angel kind of got everything snatched away from her because her man realized that he didn't want to be a part of that type of life. Meanwhile, we're back at the Abundance household. We got Candy and Lulu looking like they were backup dancers for Thriller. Just not getting it overall, bitch. It's already been established that Candy cannot Vogue at all. Then Mother storms in, really nasty, really moody, irate. She's actually in her mood because she knows that, you know, her man is no longer going to be supporting her. Well, she thinks she's giving him time to like breathe and time to, you know, let this whole thing marinate and give him like time to, you know, accept the new poom. But it's just not happening. And I think deep down inside she knows that he, you know, is going to eventually move on and stop supporting her. And she also has a lot of things on her plate. She's got rent, she got kids to support, you know what I'm saying? She got to support herself because she's not a regular working girl, bitch. So she's in a pickle right now. Hashtag new rules. So Mother is back, bitch, and she's pretty much telling her house kids, bitch, you know, get out of the room, clear the room out. I'm back. I'm gonna need the whole entire room, bitch, because I am back. I'm staying back here. We're all just gonna be living together, but bitch, I am back, and the kids are pretty much over it. Check out this clip.
Hold up. You want the entire room to yourself while we sleep on the floor?
I pay the rent here. Weren't you at Daddy Dick's place? I'm exercising my independence. He finally threw you out? We had a small lover spat, and now I'm giving him an opportunity to miss me.
What happened if he don't miss you? What if he cuts you off?
Yeah, who's gonna pay for this apartment?
Don't worry, children. Mother would never let a single man be in charge of her destiny. I have my fingers in many pots around this city.
Is that what they call being a slut now?
Shut the fuck up!
Ooh.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, children. I'm sure Mr. Ford will come to his senses by the end of the week. And until then, there are a few rules I'd like to institute to ensure that my stay here is up to par with my standards of living.
This next scene to me was absolutely gangster, bitch. You got Blanca being, bitch, the judge, the jury, the jester, bitch, the sheriff, bitch, the attorney, bitch, the lawyer, bitch, the gavel. She's just being everything all in one. She's going back and forth, questioning the house kids about Poppy, bitch. Is he doing drugs? Is he selling drugs? No, he's really not doing them. I don't think he's really like, you know, doing any hardcore drugs. At the most, maybe a little bit of drinking and, you know, maybe getting high, you know, smoking weed here or there. But I don't really think he's doing anything hardcore. But he is, however, dealing them, selling them to the community, no less. And that's something that Blanca just does not play. So she's questioning Damon. She's questioning Angel, bitch, and she's questioning Ricky. She's questioning all the house kids about Poppy, you know, and exactly what is going on. And I can see how she feels left in the dark and why she's frustrated. Blanca questions Angel. Angel, solid as a rock, lies clean through her teeth and said Poppy is not dealing drugs, bitch. She is all about the code. She's all about the street system. She's all about the honor code, bitch. Do not snitch on your, especially your house brother, bitch. Don't snitch on them. I'm sorry, bitch. We might be lying to Blanca, bitch, but we're going to have Poppy here with us. We all going to be one family. And that is what Angel is about. She questions Damon, you know, Juilliard Vanguard, you know, Danza La Franza. He lies clean through his teeth as well, bitch. Oh, no. Poppy's not dealing drugs. No, if he did anything, I would have told you, bitch. I would have told you. And he knew. He saw Poppy dealing drugs at the pier, bitch, to the guy. But I was shocked. I was shocked when Ricky actually did what he did. Was that a punk move that Ricky did? Do you guys agree with what Ricky did? He kind of snitched on Poppy. Well, he did snitch on Poppy. He told Blanca, you know, that he was dealing drugs, but at the same time, you know, he didn't want anything bad to happen to Poppy. Also, bitch, you know, Ricky don't want to be sleeping, you know, on the docks, on the pier, you know, on a bench. He wants to be, you know, warm in a house around family as well. And if that means that he has to snitch to secure his spot in the house and everything, you know, that's just what he has to do. So he tells Blanca, you know, what Poppy's been doing, where he's been doing it at. And Blanca, just like any mother, she gets her shit on, gets her coat on, and she leaves. And she goes straight to the pier to confront Poppy, to find Poppy, to see just what he's doing, bitch.
20-year-old with an 8th grade education.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Yo, stop acting like you're my mom's, cause you're not.
I want you out by morning. And if you don't pick up your shit, I'm gonna put it on the street myself.
Do you just go turn around and leave me? Without giving me another chance? And where am I supposed to go? Blanca! Hey, I didn't mean it! Hey, you hear what I said? I didn't mean it!
So, like I said, Blanca heads out, she finds Poppy, she confronts him, and she lets him know, hashtag, I want your things out by the morning. I guess somewhere back and forth in the, you know, conversation. And then too, I apologize because I mentioned the 8th grade education. This will be my second time mentioning it. I kind of jumped ahead at the beginning of the review, but if I'm not mistaken, this is where he actually mentions having only an 8th grade education and, you know, being from the streets and not having everything everybody else has to be well off, to get a job, I guess. I really don't know the mentality. But, you know, Blanca tells him, you know, I'm not going to have it in the house. I told you before, you defied me, bitch, and you out. I want your things out by the morning. And somewhere, you know, along the way within that conversation, he realizes that Blanca is not playing, and he tries to beg her, and, you know, that, you know, he tries to apologize and say that he's sorry, you know, letting her know that he won't do it again, but Blanca is just not hearing it. So, honestly, we kind of go into the next scene of Poppy packing his things at the house of Evangelista, him telling everybody goodbye and that he loves everybody and that, you know, he'll see them around, you know, and Angel is definitely expressing herself. You know, Damon is kind of, you know, torn between the whole situation. You got Ricky kind of over there like, and bitch, out of nowhere, bitch, the boys kind of get into a fight, and I didn't think it was going to escalate to this type of scene, but it was hot to see. You have Poppy and Ricky Evangelista at the time getting into a little scuffle there in the front room, bitch, and Blanca, you know, and the other house members having to break it up because Poppy has really, you know, been disagreeing with the moves that Ricky has been making. And when Poppy, you know, finds out that Ricky is the one that dimed him out, you know, the pot kind of boils over, and he kind of snaps. And then he finds out why. He finds out that, you know, Ricky got back at him because Poppy was the one that told Damon Ricky was, you know, kind of like the guy that got around and, you know, kind of slept with everything and everybody. And so Poppy was like, wow, that's the reason why you dimed me out. That's the reason why you snitched on me. And they pretty much get into a fight right there in the front room in front of everybody. I mean, like I said, it was kind of hot, bitch.